Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. P with another book. And this one might be a little bit long, so I may not read the whole thing, but we'll see how it goes. This is called Dinosaur Bob and His Adventures with the Family Lazardo by William Joyce. I'm not sure what... Oh. Okay, I'm thinking, by looking at this picture, a Lazardo is a big dinosaur. So let's find out. Opening the book, we have the title page. Dinosaur Bob and His Adventures with the Family Lazardo. So there's the picture of an old car with many, many family members around and inside. Looks like they're taking a trip. The Lazardos were an interesting family. Every year, before the start of baseball season, they'd take a trip from their beloved home in Pimlico Hills. Travel is adventure. Adventure makes you homesick. And baseball makes everything A-OK, explained Dr. Lazardo. The Lazardos always returned from their journeys with some amazing treasure. I wonder what they'll drag back this time, groused jealous Mrs. de Glumley, the mayor's wife. The Lazardos zipped about from one spot on the globe to another, London, Rome, Zanzibar, Cleveland, and while they were on safari in Africa, young Scotty Lazardo wandered away from camp and returned with the dinosaur. "Hey, look at what I caught," he said. "Can we keep him?" pleaded Scotty's sisters Zelda and Velma. "I don't see why not," said Dr. Lazardo. "He looks kind of like my Uncle Bob," said Mrs. Lazardo. Jumbo, their bodyguard, said nothing. Scotty patted the dinosaur on the nose. "Bob," he tried, and the dinosaur smiled and wagged his giant tail, and so they named him Bob. Bob the dinosaur. Do you think it's Bob Lazardo the dinosaur? I'm just going to read and let you look at the picture. With Bob along, safari life was fun. They settled into a routine. Swimming in the morning, games of baseball in the afternoon, and songs by the campfire before bed. One night, after a rousing rendition of the Hokey Pokey, Mrs. Lazardo remarked, "Dancing and dinosaurs, who could ask for anything more?" Oh, I just noticed something. Look at, I thought they were laying on like a piece of land, but no, they're laying on the back of the dinosaur. Or the body, yes, the body, the back of the dinosaur. So one day, while deep in the jungle, they came to the banks of the river Nile. Dr. Lazardo said, "Let's go sailing." And so they made Bob into a ship and steered him down the river. "Going by Bob is the only way to travel," sighed Zelda. Everyone began to sing, "Take me out to the ball game," and Bob hummed along. Jumbo said nothing but tapped his foot. It was grand. Ooh. Look at that. It was grand, wasn't it? Bob and the Lazardos were becoming quite attached to one another, but they couldn't sail him all the way back to Pimlico Hills. "Bob took us down the Nile in style," reasoned the doctor. "It would be bad manners if we didn't return the favor." So Dr. Lazardo booked passage on a luxury liner. Passengers danced the conga up and down Bob's back while he played his trumpet, a gift from the ship's orchestra. "I think he likes the trumpet," said Scotty. "I'll write him a song," said Zelda. And every evening, the children led Bob up to his berth in the ship's smokestacks and brought him a bedtime snack, 2 peanut butter and bologna sandwiches, and 400 double Dutch chocolate cakes. After a serenade of Zelda's special song, The Ballad of Dinosaur Bob, Bob always fell asleep with a smile on his face. There's all those 400 cakes. Oh my. my goodness. Okay. And so here's Bob. Their arrival in New York was quite eventful. Tugboats blew their whistles, freighters blasted their horns, people waved from bridges. New York just loves the show, said Mrs. Lazardo. And Bob's the biggest show in town, said Dr. Lazardo as they gathered up their baggage. They toured New York, and after a light lunch of 7,500 hot dogs in Central Park, yes, students, 7,500. That's 7,500 hot dogs in Central Park. And after that, they caught a train to Pimlico Hills. It was Bob's first train ride. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, we're going to pan this. That's the train, that's the train, that's the train, and there's Bob. He looks like he's probably a good 3 boxcar lengths. When they arrived in Pimlico Hills, traffic stopped. Dogs barked, people squealed with delight, and Mrs. de Glumley, the mayor's wife, turned pea green with envy. That thing's a menace to the community, she grumped. I think he's kind of nice, the mayor said meekly. And the Lazardos began to sing Pimlico Hills, my hometown. And Bob played his trumpet. The whole town sang along. Oh, look, everybody's looking out their windows, and they're all happy. And somewhere in there is that little tiny trumpet in Bob's mouth. And he's playing music. And everybody's thrilled, but it's the mayor's wife. Reporters flocked to the Lazardos' house. Bob will scare off burglars, Dr. Lazardo told them. And he can blow a mean trumpet, said Zelda. And he hokey-pokeys like a fool, said Velma. And he can play baseball, shouted Scotty. Jumbo said nothing. The photographer's cameras flashed. Lengthy Lizard lands with Lazardos, read the headline in the paper, and Bob was famous. Life in Pimlico Hills was restful. There were meals on the lawn, games of go fish and a snack, and a serenade before bed each night. Home sweet home, eh, Bob? Said Scotty, or asked Scotty, and Bob smiled and wagged his tail. Oh, what a happy little dinosaur. Or big dinosaur. One day, Bob and the Lazardos played some baseball in the backyard. Bob could play right and left fields at the same time. The Pimlico Pirates watched Bob play. The Pirates had never won a game. They were the worst team in history. But everyone in town loved them and went to all their games. I wish the big guy in green could play for us, said one of the pirates. The following morning, Bob saw some neighborhood dogs chasing cars, and he decided to join them. Hey, aren't you the Lazardo's Dinosaur? Asked a policeman, and Bob nodded. And then he was arrested for disturbing the peace. Oh. Uh-oh. I guess that's not a good thing if he's going to pick the car up. Bob enjoyed being